What if I told you the secret to manifesting the life of your dreams isn't something you find outside of yourself? It's not hidden in wealth, fame, or even luck. It's inside of you. The ancient Stoics believed that true power comes from mastering one's inner world. Imagine a storm raging around you, but instead of getting swept away, you remain calm, collected, and in control. That's the kind of strength Stoicism teaches. Today, we're going to dive deep into how focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't can lead to extraordinary outcomes in your life. Now, let's consider something together. How much time do you spend worrying about things beyond your control? We all do it, whether it's stressing about other people's opinions, outcomes at work, or even how the future will unfold. But what if you stopped doing that? What if you shifted your energy to mastering your thoughts, your actions, and your responses? The Stoics did exactly that, and it's how they transformed their lives. If you're ready to unlock the Stoic secret to manifesting incredible results, stick around. And before we go further, take a moment to subscribe, because what we're about to explore is going to change the way you approach success. Don't miss out on this journey toward mastering your inner world. 1. The Stoic Foundation. Focus on what you can control. Imagine standing in a crowded marketplace in ancient Rome. Around you, the chaos of life unfolds. People shouting, trading, arguing, and rushing past. Amidst this whirlwind stands a single figure, unshaken and unmoved by the surrounding noise. That figure is Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, a man whose reign was marked by immense external pressures, and yet he never lost his inner peace. Why? Because Marcus understood one vital principle. The only thing we truly control in life is ourselves, our thoughts, our actions, and our responses. Everything else? That's outside of our hands. This idea lies at the heart of Stoicism, and it's the key to unlocking amazing outcomes. Too often, we focus on things we cannot control, whether it's how other people behave, the circumstances we're placed in, or the ultimate result of our efforts. But here's the truth. When you focus on what you can control, your mindset, your choices, your reactions, you reclaim your power. Instead of being tossed around by the waves of life, you become the captain of your ship, steering it with intention and purpose. Think about it. How often do we let our emotions dictate our actions? How often do we obsess over what others think of us, or worry about how situations will play out? The Stoics challenge us to shift our perspective. Picture a mental diagram. On one side, list everything within your control, and on the other, everything outside it. How much of your energy is wasted worrying about the second column? Once you start putting your attention into what you can do, how you can act with wisdom, courage, and discipline, everything changes. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the core of Stoic wisdom. It's not about controlling the world around you, but mastering yourself within it. Take a moment to reflect. What are the things you're trying to control right now that are outside your reach? And what could happen if you focused all that energy inward instead? That's the real Stoic secret to success. Now that we've explored the foundation, let's dive even deeper. Coming up next, we'll talk about how self-discipline, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, helps you manifest your desires and achieve your goals with laser-sharp focus. You won't want to miss this. 2. Self-discipline, the path to manifestation. Picture a sculptor standing in front of a rough block of marble. With each deliberate strike of the chisel, they carve away unnecessary parts, gradually revealing a masterpiece beneath. This is how the Stoics viewed self-discipline, a steady, intentional process of chiseling away distractions and temptations to reveal the true essence of who we are. Just as a sculptor requires patience and focus, so too does manifesting the life we desire. It's not about sudden bursts of energy. It's about disciplined, consistent action over time. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "No man is free who is not a master of himself." What he meant is that freedom, real freedom, comes not from external circumstances, but from within. It's the freedom to choose your actions, to stay disciplined even when life tempts you to stray. Self-discipline is the key to manifesting your goals because it ensures that your efforts are focused and sustained. Without it, even the best-laid plans fall apart. Think about it. How many times have you set a goal for yourself only to lose motivation halfway through? Maybe you started a new habit, like exercising, meditating, or working on a personal project, but after a few days or weeks, life got in the way and your focus faded. This is where Stoicism's emphasis on discipline shines. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or feeling inspired. It's about showing up every day, regardless of how you feel, and making small, steady progress. Take the Roman general Cato, for example. Known for his unshakable discipline, Cato trained his body and mind every day to withstand hardship, even wearing plain clothes and walking barefoot in harsh conditions to strengthen his resolve. He knew that by mastering himself, he could navigate life's challenges without being swayed by comfort or fear. Cato's story reminds us that true success doesn't come from grand gestures. It's built from daily, disciplined effort. Now, think about your own life. What are the goals you've been struggling to achieve? How could self-discipline transform the way you approach them? It might not sound glamorous, but discipline is what turns dreams into reality. Without it, we're at the mercy of our whims and distractions. But here's the exciting part. Discipline doesn't have to feel like a chore. When you approach it with a Stoic mindset, it becomes a tool for empowerment. Each time you make a disciplined choice, you're chiseling away at your old habits and moving closer to manifesting the life you want. Now that we've uncovered the power of discipline, let's move on to a critical step in the process: self-reflection. Up next, we'll explore how reflecting on your thoughts and actions can clarify your vision and ensure that you're focusing on what truly matters. Stay tuned. This next piece will show you how to sharpen your focus and accelerate your progress. 3. The power of reflection. Know thyself. Let's take a moment to imagine one of the most profound Stoic practices, something so simple yet so powerful it has shaped the lives of countless individuals throughout history. Every night, as the Roman statesman Seneca would lay his head to rest, he would reflect on the day that had passed. He would ask himself, "What did I do well? What could I have done better?" This nightly practice of reflection wasn't just about self-criticism. It was about understanding himself better, aligning his actions with his values, and sharpening his focus for the future. Now, you might be wondering, why is self-reflection so crucial for manifesting success? The answer lies in clarity. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of daily life, to go through the motions without truly considering whether your actions are taking you closer to or further from your goals. But when you carve out time to reflect, whether daily, weekly, or even monthly, you're giving yourself the opportunity to pause, recalibrate, and refocus. Here's a thought. Have you ever felt like you were working hard but not making any real progress? like you were busy but not productive. That's where reflection comes in. It helps you see the difference between activity and achievement. When you regularly reflect, you begin to identify patterns, what's working, what's not, and most importantly, why. It's like having a map that constantly adjusts itself as you move through life, guiding you toward the outcomes you desire. Think of self-reflection as a compass for your personal and professional journey. The Stoics believed that without understanding yourself, your thoughts, habits, and motivations, you're essentially sailing without direction. But with reflection, you can course correct, ensuring that your actions are aligned with your purpose. Take a moment right now and ask yourself, how often do I reflect on my actions? Do I know what's truly driving me? The Stoics would challenge you to engage in this practice consistently, because only through knowing yourself can you effectively focus on what matters most. As Seneca reminds us, life is long if you know how to use it. Reflection is how you ensure that every action you take is purposeful, that every step you make is aligned with the life you want to create. So, how can you incorporate this powerful Stoic practice into your own life? Start small. Begin with 5 minutes at the end of each day. Write down what went well, what didn't, and how you can improve tomorrow. Now that we've explored how self-reflection sharpens your focus, it's time to dive into the final and perhaps most liberating Stoic principle: letting go of attachment to outcomes. In the next section, we'll learn how releasing your obsession with success and failure can actually help you manifest your goals faster. Curious to know how? Stay with us. 4. Letting go of outcome attachment. Imagine this. You've worked hard for months on a project, poured your heart and soul into every detail, and the moment of truth arrives. But the results? Not what you hoped for. Frustration creeps in, maybe even a sense of defeat. Sound familiar? It happens to all of us. We become so tied to the outcome that when things don't go as planned, we're left feeling disappointed or even powerless. But here's where the Stoics offer a refreshing perspective, one that's both liberating and transformative. They teach us to let go of attachment to outcomes, focusing instead on the effort and process. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said it best: "Do not seek to have events happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do, and all will be well." This doesn't mean you shouldn't aim for success or set ambitious goals. Quite the opposite. The Stoics encourage us to pursue our goals with everything we've got. But here's the twist. Once you've done your best, you have to release your grip on the results. Why? Because the outcome is never entirely within your control. Think of it like planting a garden. You can till the soil, water the plants, and give them sunlight, but whether or not they bloom isn't entirely up to you. There are factors beyond your control: weather, pests, timing. Yet, does that stop you from planting? Of course not. You focus on the actions within your power, and then you trust the process. This is the Stoic approach to manifesting success. Put in the work, but don't obsess over the final product. Here's an interesting question to consider. How many times have you felt disappointed, not because you didn't put in the effort, but because the result wasn't what you envisioned? Now imagine how freeing it would feel if you could focus solely on your effort, knowing that you've done everything within your control, and then let go of whatever happens next. This isn't about lowering your expectations. It's about freeing yourself from unnecessary stress and frustration. Letting go of outcome attachment doesn't mean you become passive or stop caring. It actually empowers you to act with greater freedom and clarity. By removing the emotional weight, tied to success or failure, you can pursue your goals with more focus and less fear. It's a mindset that encourages resilience, because when you're not fixated on the end result, you're more adaptable, more open to learning from whatever happens, and ultimately, more likely to succeed in the long run. As we draw near the end of this journey, ask yourself, where in your life are you holding too tightly to a specific outcome? Could releasing that attachment help you move forward with more ease and joy? The Stoics would say yes. And as you think about your next big goal, remember that true success isn't just in the result. It's in the process, the effort, and the mastery of yourself. Now that we've uncovered the Stoic secret to manifesting amazing outcomes, by focusing on yourself, practicing self-discipline, reflecting on your actions, and letting go of outcomes, let's wrap it all up. In the final part, we'll summarize the key lessons and show you how to take action today. Stay with us, because this final insight might just be the push you need to start manifesting your best life. So, what's the real Stoic secret to manifesting amazing outcomes? It's simple. Focus on mastering yourself. By concentrating on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, your responses, you unlock the power within to shape your life. Think back to Marcus Aurelius, standing firm in the chaos, or Seneca reflecting each night to refine his path forward. Their strength came not from controlling the world around them, but from controlling themselves. And that's the same power you can harness today. Remember, self-discipline is the engine behind all progress. It's the consistent effort, the daily chisel to your masterpiece that leads to long-term success. But discipline without reflection is like steering a ship without a compass. When you make time to reflect on your actions and fine-tune your approach, you ensure that every step you take is purposeful and aligned with your true desires. Finally, letting go of attachment to outcomes liberates you from unnecessary stress, allowing you to focus on the process and learn from every experience, whether it's a success or a setback. Now, it's your turn. Where in your life can you start applying these Stoic principles today? Is there a goal you've been working toward, a habit you've struggled to maintain, or an outcome you've been too attached to? Take a moment to reflect and commit to focusing on what you can control. If this message resonated with you, hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you plan to implement these Stoic insights into your life. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos on how to master your inner world and manifest success. Until next time, remember, true power comes from within. Stay strong, stay disciplined, and stay focused.